All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so this is their little bitty PowerPoint um for the kids on that Sabbath day. Can you guys hear me okay? It's not a
Yes.
okay. So we just gonna use theirs. We actually gonna do a recap tomorrow for our Sabbath day because I still do the Sabbath day class for the children. 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 to sometimes we go to 2, sometimes 12, however long the spirit have us moving. So we're gonna just hop into it. I don't know if y'all care to know about like why this looks like this. Um, but this was a little project that they did. So up here in the upper left, and I'm gonna have to go to the presentation. Here we go. Over here, obviously this is the Hebrew alphabet. So Abagadaha, Wama'ai, Tazaka, Palaya, Na Tazakwa, Nalaka, Salakia, Sara, Kwata. So we're gonna go into all of these letters. But we did do a little project with this. So right here, had them identify the fringes, identify the bull or the ah. The letter ah is represented by like a bullock. Also a little halo around the word us. So basically, all of this definitely ties into the Paleo Hebrew alphabet and how we are able to keep that in the spirit. Also, we don't know nothing about no gay pride, nothing like that. But in our lower corner right here, we do have the covenant or the rainbow. And then over here, we have the covenant around his head as well. So we're going to just hop into it. And if you guys need more time, please just let me know to write everything down. Now, you don't have to write this down. This was a little song that we had sung, and I'm just saying that so y'all not looking like what, because I am just using the PowerPoint that I made a few weeks ago. Okay, so our first letter is A. All right, so the letter A is a it's like a sideways A, is how I see it. But if you were to flip this like onto its side, you would actually see the representation of the bull. So the bull head, like this is supposed to be the horns. This is his face, and then this is kind of like um, I don't know how to say, like his ears or his hair or however the bison would have looked. So the A is for the Hebrew letter or the Hebrew word Abba. So with the word Abba, it means the leader of the house or the daddy or the father. Akwath, which obviously means sister. When you break this down into its Hebraic understanding or into the actual way that they do break down the Hebrew words, it means wisdom leads the sign that keeps you. So, sister in the Hebrew, in not the Hebrew, but in the Bible. So, I'm gonna see if I can get a scripture really quick. Sister is always we're instructed to name wisdom as our sister. So we just went into this. Pretty sure it's in Proverbs. Okay, yes, say Proverbs 7:4. So I'm gonna share this tab. Proverbs 7:4. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Okay, so let me go back to our tab. Okay, so leads the sign that keeps you. So I'm gonna break this down anyway, and then this is gonna help you guys like really, really, really understand and overstand the Bible. Um, and it's gonna help you understand exactly how to break things down and how to take the word of God more serious. And I say that because I have understood what curses means and what blessed means just by understanding the light and the dark of a Hebrew word. So, the light of calling wisdom your sister is that you get preservation. The dark of it, which is not a lot of dark in it, is that if you don't call wisdom your sister, then you get a bunch of plagues, which can lead to no understanding because you will lack wisdom. So I know Sister Raina literally just shared a post on Facebook like what, like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, um, in regards to wisdom and like being the Holy Spirit. So I literally love her Facebook account because she's one of the one sisters, and I'm not just saying this because she joined us today, but she is literally one of not that many sisters that I know of that has an abstract way of thinking, which is literally a Hebraic way of thinking. So anyway, the Ah, obviously we just learned that Ah is the leader. The Ka in the Hebrew is the gate or something to keep in. But the Wa is something to hold something down. So it's not that hard to decipher, but Ka also is the beginning of wisdom. So it's the word wisdom is actually kakam. So anyway, I like to use Ka as wisdom, especially in regards to this word, sister. So
And what
once
you
again,
with
I'm
why
sorry.
you said to hold it down? What was why?
I'm gonna definitely show you, but I'm just showing you how I got this definition.
Oh,
Um, the wa is to hold something in place.
okay.
So they is represented by a tent peg, but to me, I'm like in the actual understanding. Why would you even put a tent peg on your tent? Like, what would it be there for? And it's obviously there so that nothing blows away, and so that everything kind of stays in its place. Then you have the ta. The ta always means the sign or the beginning. So Akwat is sister, but on a deeper level, is what you call your sister, which is wisdom, leads the sign that keeps you. So if you keep wisdom as your sister, you are led to the sign that keeps you, which is the Most High God. So when Akwat is a brother's wife, a sister's sister, a brother's sister, she's going to, she is what the brother is leading. She is what the sister, can lean on. So to me, like I take this word very seriously. I don't even call everybody my Akwat. So because it means this to me. Wisdom leads the sign that keeps you. So the Hebrew letter A is pronounced Ah. This letter means the leader of the house or a bison. So move on to the next. Unless you have any questions, if you do, just interrupt me because I cannot see or just I can't see if you raise your hand because the thing is not there.
So you said WA was to hold something, or I mean, in place
Well,
or
we're,
down. WA by itself.
we're going to go into why.
Okay.
It's just I was explaining why it's broken down like that. So
Yeah, I
why
understood. Uh
in
huh.
this definition would be
To hold
keeps
something.
you.
Uh huh. But that
Yeah.
what I wanted to know: did you separate Y and a H, or did you put it together?
Well, aqua, like this is already a word that people know, so that's why I chose it as an example for the letter A. But aqua is the wisdom leads the sign that keeps you.
Yeah, I hear that. But what I'm saying is, when you were saying Y, did you say it with the TH or without? I didn't hear the pronunciation
Oh
when you were
no,
breaking it
yes.
down
So
just now.
so yes. So the word aquat has here. Let me. You're saying how many letters are in it? Okay. So the word aquat is a. So that's the first letter. Then ka. That's the second letter. Then wa. That's the third letter. And then ta is the fourth word, really. But
Okay. So
the way to
TH
write it.
is
So
pronounced
wa
ta.
is without the th as
Okay,
far as
gotcha.
letters go.
Okay, so what was the TH
Yeah.
standing for by itself? The TH? Sorry about that.
Uh, so TH is the sign, but we're gonna go into that. I just wanted to do that so you guys will
Okay.
be understanding the definitions moving forward.
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
so our next letter is B. So one Hebrew word is babala, which means in or the house of wisdom or life. So like a grandpa or a library or a cup of tea. Like this is something I really like. This is my cup of tea. Um, and then we have a Bashamayim, so the home of heaven or sent waters or put in waters. In the short terms or in the shorter definition, It's the house in heaven. So Ba always represents house or home. So Ba means house or home, and then Shemayim literally is the word for heaven. Breaking it down on a deeper level, it is the home of heaven, or sent waters, or put in waters. So we know the firmament was in the heavens. So that's going to always represent sent waters or put in waters. So your babies, they be in a little bashamayim when you like pregnant. You can
Uh-huh.
think of your womb as a literal bashamayim for a time being, and then they come into the firmament, the earth. But that's how I like to see everything. So our letter over here is kind of written like this. I still want to see and know how it's looking like a house, but I'm gonna do a pictographic Hebrew breakdown as well. Not a breakdown, but I hate that word, but um explanation. There we go. Because theirs actually look like the actual things. But the paleo, this is the letter B. And if anybody know why this looks like that, I would love to know. But
I mean, if it's upside down, then I probably see how it could be a B if you turn it up. If you
no,
switch it up.
not it's supposed to represent a house or a home. So I
Okay.
do see like the little like
The
dot
head.
right here, which is the tent. And then I'm not
Hmm.
sure if this is supposed to be like a covering over it, but they did sleep in tents. So nobody really, or maybe it represents like territory, the territory around the house, or the
Yeah, like
territory around the
around.
tent. Yeah, I
Or
think
to mean the
that
king.
is what I think that is what it actually is, like the blueprint. Because
Hmm.
it would be like with Abraham, how he had his tents in the land of Canaan. He had a certain amount of land that was designated to him.
So it's
So
like a to keep in or something. Maybe
yeah,
represent.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so our next letter is Ga. So the Hebrew letter G is Ga. Ga means to hold or bear, to do what you can do wholeheartedly and tell the king that you are willing to help. Much like a camel, which is Gamahal, that has humps to carry fat. So for everybody who needed to know, the Hebrew letter Ga is kind of like a camel's lip. So if anything, I would see his lip and then his so like this part. I don't know if y'all can see right here. You see like this thing is so big, this little blue thing, but it's kind of like under his chin,
Hmm.
and then if you come down right here on his neck, or it could be of like how his humps right here. So his little uh yeah, so I know it has to do with the camel because the camel can hold or bear. So um when the camel is like carrying people, they are also carrying like a bunch of fat within these little parts on their body. So it's often represented as a camel because of that. So the camel also does things wholeheartedly, and it's also the way that you tell the king that you are willing to help. So if you carry a kind spirit or a kindred spirit or a hearken spirit or a love spirit or any kind of spirit, whatever kind of spirit that you hold and you're able to give and do wholeheartedly from, that is how you tell the king or our father that you are willing to help. So if he store a bunch of fat on me, which he do, that means that I could probably help and do a lot of fasts with people wherever that time would come. Or I also am able to offer a fat offering to the Most High God. Whatever is inside of you that you carry already, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that letter God is really one of my favorite letters, because as a woman you're going to definitely be able to relate to the Hebrew letter, to the Hebrew word God, because we are carriers of lots of things.
Mm.
Um, so one of the words that I see that is not as popular but should be is Gabanawa. So this means the house that is within him. So it's really his mommy or the mom spirit. He actually gave me this word like 2 years ago when I was on a bus and I just started singing like Gabanawa is our mother. So I knew that Gabanawa meant our mother. Then you have Gabar. So this is to hold the head of the house, or like how the camel has the storages of fat. So to hold or to bear the head of the house, or to be responsible enough to head a home and make decisions wisely, a warrior, but this is also a woman. So lots of times people think that only men are warriors. Granted, men do go to war. Uh, if you even open the book of Judith, you will definitely see that Judith is responsible enough to head a home and make decisions wisely. She definitely is a warrior and she definitely is the woman. So, yeah, so that's where this word kind of came from. Then we have Da. So I love this letter. It's very simple to make. It's like a triangle, but not. It's really supposed to be a tent door entrance. But like on the side, it's kind of how we got it over here. So D is Dabar, which is the door to the head of the house. So the Hebrew letter D is Da, and Da means the door. So the door of the house of the head, or something like when you come in this house, you understand why you're in here. So somebody that introduces themselves, a great speaker, sometimes a prophet, somebody that explains to you like a tour guide. There you go. Like that would be like a tour guide. Like Moses definitely debarred a lot to be in there. The Most High in Moses is a debar. So yeah, I love this letter. And tell me if I'm going too fast. Once again, if you're still writing this stuff down, or still writing down the Hebrew letters as well. Okay. So then the next letter here, I'll go back just for a little bit, make sure everybody can get that down. And it is being recorded, so if you need to pause at any time, you can definitely do that. Okay. All right. So our next letter is Ha. So the Hebrew letter H is Ha. Ha means to reveal. I put like two little spotlights on our eye, just to light up our eye. That is literally so cute to me. The YAHAWAH. So YAHAWAH is literally the word Eve. So Eve is, and I'm gonna actually go ahead and open up um, this whiteboard. So just I'm gonna just do it right now. I was gonna wait to the end. But the word, the letters E. Oh, okay, here we go. So Eve, right? Eve's name is not Eve. We know that that's the English way of saying the Hebrew letter, or saying the word Eve. Period. In Hebrew, the letter E is H. The letter V is Wa, and the letter E is H. So Hawaha. Uh, Yeah, so in Hebrew, here I'm going to actually write this a little bit clearer. So E is H, V is Wa. Let's see, the letter O is I, actually. The letter F is S. Let's see what else letters do they. The letter U is Hawa. Let me see, A E I O U. Yeah. So this is something you definitely want to write down. Just because if you ever come across a Hebrew letter that is, I know a lot of times like the modern day Hebrew uses the E, the V, and the U. But in the Paleo Hebrew, there is no V, it is a Wa. And then the U is actually two letters put together, which would technically be E and V, which would be the U. And then you get the Hawa. So with Eve's name, okay, it's going to sticky note it. Eve is Hawa. Hawaha. So, okay, Eve is Hawaha. Okay. So if you wanted to write her name without, so right now I'm showing you guys the alphabet with their pronunciation. So you got the ha, wa, and the ha. If you wanted to just write her name in three letters, that is her name, which is like not how, but how. So it's like a how, but not. So that is let me go back over here to our presentation. So we have Hawa or Hawa. So this is revealing what is you. So the Ha is revealing or to reveal. Then you have the Wa, which is what keeps you or holds you down. And then you have the Ha. So that is another revealing. Revealing what is you. Prayer that gets answered. Um, and that is because when we speak, we are revealing exactly what is inside of us. Or when we shine, we reveal what is inside of us. Um, halal awa is getting understanding. So once again, the ha is to reveal. The la means to teach or to maintain. Lala, here, so I'm gonna go back over here. No, actually, I'm gonna wait for that one because that's on another slide. But halaflawa is getting understanding or moving, giving understanding and having the understanding within us. So helping others to know how to see God, which is in one, if you wanted to say it in one word, it would be like halach wa lasamamao or halala wa makumal kusamalak, or he is giving me the mind to see how to see everything. So yeah, Paleo Hebrew is very complex. But that's what we would be using that for. Okay, so here we go with the Salakia. So the Hebrew, how to write it, it is a backwards F looking looking letter, but it's also supposed to represent a window. Uh-oh. Okay. It's also supposed to represent a window. And these will kind of be like the blinds. That's the best way that I can put that, is that these would technically kind of be like the blinds. Okay. So go for okay. So Lala. So this I love this letter so much. I have always loved the letter L ever since I've been in school, like before I even knew about the Paleo Hebrew. Um, but L, Hebrew letter L means La. La is a shepherd or the one who steers and controls with the command from the Most High. So Allah is like a lamad, which is teaching how to let them in or let it in. And then lala means to read or teaching the teacher. So I literally love this letter so much. So our Lala, it looks like a L. They told us this was a L, but this is a foot. Okay, this is literally a foot. It's like the leg, and then maybe somebody right foot. Or yeah. Let me see. Actually, it is your yeah, it would be your right foot. So Yeah, so this is a shepherd, obviously, with his lamb, and I'll give you guys some time to write that down, um, if you need to. Okay. Okay. Do y'all need more time? Cause please let me know. I'm gonna just pause right here.
I've been screenshotting them ever since because
Oh,
you
you
know.
screenshot it. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you could just send it to me just to make sure I have everything, even the first two. I just need the first two slots, but not to go back or anything. You could just send it the first two. I already wrote, but I would like that. What I wrote, did that make sense?
Okay. What about you, Raina?
Could you also send it to me too?
Oh yeah, it's recording right now. So once we're done and it like finishes up, you guys will be able to view it as a video.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and I know because like if I was learning this, I would want to like meditate and really look at it. And there's no need to rush at all. That's why I'm like, if you even want me to go back to another letter, you
Oh
can
no, you've been
definitely.
working fine. Sorry, you've been
Um,
doing good. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what'd you say?
I say you've been doing fine. You ain't been going fast or nothing. You've been
Oh,
doing
okay,
good.
okay.
Steady.
I'm like, am I
I
going too
agree.
fast? I'm like, am I
Mm-hmm.
going? Oh, what you say, Raina?
I say I agree with her.
Okay, all praises. Okay, so this is our Hebrew letter Wa. So what I was kind of talking about in the beginning. I love this letter too. I like how you draw it. I love the representation of it as well. So the Hebrew letter W is Wa. In the Hebrew, excuse me, the Wa is the peg or nail that holds down the tents and the shelters. Okay, so the Wa is so I put wath as the word. So permanently hold in place who you are or to be chosen by the most high. So let's say we built the tent and we needed to stay there. Okay, we are going to wah on it. We're going to wath on it, meaning nothing can move it. It is chosen. We chose this spot. We chose this tent or akwath. This is the wise woman, but the wise like human, which would probably be a better way that I chose to be with. So brothers who get a akwath, because I've always looked at the word ak like that's brother, and then wath like the other part of the word akwath would be that woman that permanently holds you in place or hold in place who you are or chosen. I chose this sister. I chose this house. I chose this car. I chose this outfit, like whatever you walk on. So our Wa is a very, 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 very mighty spirit. And I literally love the whole Hebrew alphabet. Y'all gonna hear me a lot saying it a lot. Okay, so Wahala is to permanently open and reveal the learner and teacher, or to say or to show, to keep on revealing who you are. So permanent, when you permanently open something, it's like a book, and you never stop, like the Bible, like you never stop learning from it, you never stop knowing about it, because that's what it is. So permanently open and reveal the learner and teacher. So once again, the Hebrew letter W is Wa. In the Hebrew, the Wa is the peg or nail that holds down the tents and the shoulders. So this is it looks like a Y, but this is a little bit more curved, or however they would have drawn a peg. Because today pegs do look a little different. I've seen them be straight across, which could look like a T. I have seen them, represent, but in the ancient days, this is probably how they bent iron, in order to keep, or brass or whatever it was, to keep their tent tail down, or like a nail. There we go. Like when you put a nail into a house. Okay, so our next letter is Ka. So I'm gonna go open up my um this little thing again. Okay, and let me clear it. Okay, so ka is oops, okay. So ka, I put the word kanai. So in Hebrew, Enoch, his name, like in the Bible, they write his name like this. Now we did just learn that the E was the Ha. Okay, but uh Enoch is probably Kanite. I've seen that before. Um, and it's like it's not difficult, but it's like the C is literally there. I know I keep erasing, but anyway, the Ka is kind of representing like the E for Enoch's name. Um, and then you have the Na, which is obviously the N for Enoch. Then we have the I, which is the O. So the O for Enoch, which is actually our Paleo Hebrew I. Then you have the ka at the end again. So kanaik, I wanted to write that down so you guys can understand. Let me just write that really clear. So this is E for Enoch. Then he has the N, which is our Na. Then he has the I, and I'm gonna move this in a minute, which is the O. Then he has the Enoch, the Ka, which is the Ka for him. Okay. So when you label all of these in order, ENOCH. So these are the separate letters. So we're gonna keep this up here for a little bit. Kanike. So I'm gonna go back over here to our what you call it, share this tab to our PowerPoint. So I wrote down Kanike, and I just wanted to show you like why I have this here before we go into it. But it means dividing the seed of knowledge of dividing. So I know I know that sounds very strange. So I'm gonna break this down because it's not hard. Once you guys catch on, and I pray everybody does, you're gonna be translating all kind of things everywhere that you go. You're gonna just automatically do it. You're gonna automatically have it in your mind. You're gonna automatically have it in your life. You're gonna automatically have it. You're just gonna love it. So the Hebrew letter ka is ta, and this means wall or to divide. I actually like it as dividing, like dividing the word, or a wall, like to keep something in. So not so much as to keep something out, but it can be seen like that too. So if you wear a crown of wisdom, which is your hedge in the garden, then you're keeping something out. Um, Ka, which is to divide, obviously. The na, which is over here. Let me go back over here. The na is the seed or to sprout, but my spirit and soul go to seed often. Then I have the I or the O, which is knowledge. And then the ka, which is to divide once again. So we go back over here, dividing the seed of knowledge of dividing. So let's say like we're gonna actually use Enoch. So when people read the book of Enoch, they want to debunk all that weird stuff. I actually went and bought the book, y'all, a book of First Enoch the other day, and it's a lot different than what I be seeing on the phone, but it still has the same tone, which is Enoch is trying to explain, and they have translated it so many times, but it's still the wisdom. Like he's literally throwing it out there. Like I'm just showing you what others have done or what others have said. So dividing for me is like dividing the word of the seed of knowledge. So the seed of knowledge will always be a prophet. Whoever was born as that seed that knows. So to explain the prophet that was explaining, if that makes sense. So like Hezekiah, which is Ezekiel, but he would need a Kanaik in order to fulfill the prophecy, if it makes sense like that. So dividing the seed of knowledge of dividing. So if I'm explaining, if somebody came along tomorrow, they would be like Kanaiking. Now I know it sounds like a name to us, but it's also a word. So dividing the seed of knowledge of dividing. So whoever can explain what the prophet said in how they were explaining it. If does that make sense, or this is how I understand, which is probably a lot better. So to understand in the way that it has been said or in the way that it has been explained within me, which would be like the wall, which is to keep something in. Um, Obviously, Enoch encourages us to stay in the light, stay in the Lord, stay in the Most High. All prophets have done that, and that is why Kanak is literally upon us. So Karala. So Karala, my body is mine. I literally love this word. If I had a daughter, I would name her that. I don't want no kids, I don't have any. But Karala, this word is so beautiful to me. It means my body is mine once again. So Ka is to divide. So I'm gonna actually go over here and do this one as well. So Ka Rala. Ka is to divide or keep in, or wisdom too, because wisdom goes hand in hand in there. Then you have the Ra, which is the head, and the La, teach. So Ka Rala, to divide or keep in my head that taught me. So to be a preservation. The phrase "my body is mine" is because when you're dividing the word of God, or when you are aiming to keep something in, you are aiming to own what is in your head that has been taught to you, or what you will teach to others. So my whole mind heals you is to be in the most high God. So kahrala, let me see. And you will find you will just be making up words like me and sister Marjorie over here. She loves to go into the names and the translations. And I promise you, it doesn't matter what, hold on, let me go back to my Jamboard. It doesn't matter what somebody thought they named you. I was gonna wait um for Sister Raina, but I can't, like I did it already, which is, to me, her name is Raina, but in Hebrew is Rahana, literally, but she has an A there, so we'll do like that Rahana, which is actually really pretty because she has Hana in her name, and I know that is something that is so popular in the Hebrew, which is Hana. Lots of people spell Hannah like Hannah, but hers is Hana. So Rahana, which would be the head, and then her Ha is revealed, and her Na is the seed, and then her Ah is house, not house, like leader, but like leader. So for her, it would be the head that revealed, um, or her head reveals the seed that leads her. So for her, because she has children, and I know she has children, I would say sprouts as well. Uh-oh. Sprouts of children. And you will always make it your own. I was going to wait to do this because it gets really cool with the Hebrew. Um, reveal. So this would be to show for her. She has a showing definitely, and she's always doing that. She's always showing us new recipes, new ideas. She's always sharing, sharing, sharing. She's always revealing, which is good. It's always good to be in the spirit of this is my house. This what we do. This what I'm doing with my kids. This what I'm doing with my husband. This is what we doing, which is to be a huge revealer, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, then she has a head. I know she has a husband. And so her head would be her husband, which would in turn be the Most High God. Um, when we get into the Rarakakwadash. So keep that there. And then the leader in their home, I'm going to definitely say is the Rarakakwadash because I see that they also go into wisdom a lot. I hear them going into wisdom. I hear them sharing wisdom. So that means they have a good lead. So I put goodness, fruits of the spirit will also be uh their oh, what do you call it? Their something else. So the husband or her head reveals what is in their children or the way that the spirit leads within their sprouts or within their seed. So sister Rhonda, she probably doesn't even know, but a lot I see her a lot. Like almost everything she does is with her children. She has expressed that she loves her children. She loves being stay-at-home mom, and it's just her Hebrew name, like really what do you call it, sopping with her. She's really like drenched in it. And the deeper you go into wisdom, the more you stay open minded, the deeper you're gonna go into like the so-called abyss, which I know abyss has a negative connotation, but there is light only in the abyss. And the Most High begins to show you what every single part of you is and what it means. So if you want to write this down, I don't know if she's still on with us, but I did want to do her name. Rahana is how she says her is how her name is said in Paleo Hebrew, which sounds a lot different from Reina or Rena. I don't even know how she says it, but um, Rahana is actually really pretty. So I do this a lot with many words. I even take the word. I'm gonna show you guys a really cool trick. Let's say we took the word hat, right? So hat means a covering on your head, a covering on your head to keep you warm or to keep warmth away from you because some people put a sun hat on away from you. So if somebody in 20,000 years in whatever it would be or ago heard somebody call a hat a covering on your head to keep you warm or to keep warmth away from you, people will want a hat. People would think like, "Oh my goodness, this hat is going to do this for me." But it's not the it is the hat, but it's not the hat cuz it's the principality behind the hat. So a covering on your head, most women would think about their husband. And then to keep you warm, they would think like, oh, okay, he can help me keep warm, which I think is in I know that's in the scriptures where it says when two are better than one. I believe it's Sirach or let me see if I can get it. Where it says when there's two of you, you can keep warm like that. And that's what it's saying, paraphrasing. And then also where it would say to keep warmth away from you, they would have to understand that today people have different kinds of hats. So you can have a scully hat, which is like a winter hat, or you could have a what do you call it? A sun hat, like a straw hat to keep the sun out. So they would see like what how I'm wear that thing if it can also keep my covering away from me, you know. So I definitely take a lot of time with the word because you just never know. Like somebody else could explain it to me a different way and it would be the same principality, but how they understand. But I don't have a way to see that. So a covering on your head is to keep you warm and to keep warmth away from you. If we, and that's just in English. When we do it in Hebrew, we have uh ha, the letter ha, which is to reveal. Then we have ah, which is to lead, and then we have ta, which is we haven't gotten there yet, but ta is a storage or to store something. So you can store your head in a hat. You definitely can. But if you saw your hat as your husband and they said you can store your covering or store your head inside of a covering, you will want to keep it like storing your store your husband within your head. So I'm gonna just move this out the way. So hat would go from meaning just a simple like thing you put on your head and you keep warm in the winter, you keep cooler in the summer. It means to reveal the leader that's stored in you. So if you were putting the hat on, it's still in you, the leader that is in you will be revealed. So to act or to be like your head, or to act or to be like whatever is stored in you. So the blood, the commandments, all of that. And then if you're taking a hat off, it would reveal the leader that's stored in you. So a sister might have a big old curly afro mane underneath her hat or underneath her head wrap. There you go. But even the word head wrap, like you would think like, oh, it's just the same thing. But this is a so-called English word, hat. Right here, here we go. Let me put this right here. This is a so-called English word, but in Hebrew, it seems to carry a way deeper understanding, a way deeper meaning. And that's how I began to see like it can't be no H in English, H in Hebrew. It's just Hebrew, which is how like we never left the Most High God because it's been around us all this time. Like I've done my name, I've done other people's names, and I'm like, everybody been kind of being that anyway. Like nobody hasn't not been there what is saying in Hebrew. So just really quick before we move on, I am gonna show you the difference between the word head wrap. So if you had to explain to somebody what is the head wrap and they only knew Hebrew, and you came and you said we gotta put our head wrap on. Um they've been putting hats on, which is still, the same thing. Let's say they've been doing hats. But now somebody say, well, we wear head wraps. So a head wrap is what a scarf mainly, but they would probably say a scarf of fabric mainly used to cover your head when the word is coming out. So they would say, is this for men? Would this word be masculine or feminine? And I would say it's both. So women cover their hair when the word comes out, their hair, but men can also wear a mitri, which is not a covering, but it does wrap around their head, around their forehead. So you would begin to see like the Lord never lets us get away from anything that He's saying. So, but they would say it was mostly for women. So then this would become a uh women's apparel. Is it? Oh wow, I didn't even know I could do that. I'm gonna do a part two, women's apparel, kind of. But the both of these words can be used to explain it for men. So men wrap a meat treat around their head. If they had to translate this into Hebrew, like they only knew Hebrew and they were trying to read the Bible in English. Men wrap a mitri around their head. So they would definitely see the word head and the word wrap. When you break down the word head, you could go into Ra, which is literally what it is anyway. And then wrap, you would have to go into the whole meaning. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Like we have, like let's say you needed to know it like this. It would be ha. The H is ha. The E is also ha. The A is ah. Oh wait, hold on, y'all. So this is reveal. This is reveal. Um, this is lead. So the A is ah or to lead, and then the D is da or da or door. Um, door slash entrance. Okay, so that is literally the word head. I don't know why I went like that, but HEAD. And that's just for the word head. And then if we go to wrap, so the W is, and thank y'all for bearing with me, Wah, which is the tent peg or hold down. Then you have the R, which is Ra or head. Then you have WRA, which is Ah or lead. And then P, which is Pa, mouth or speak or heal slash process. I love the letter P as well. So then you have all of that for the word head wrap because some people be trying to debunk stuff and I just can't stand it because sometimes like this is literally an English word going into Hebrew. You know, it's literally an English word, head wrap, trying to be translated in Hebrew. So it means to reveal the revelation of the leader at your door or at your entrance to your life. Um, that also holds down your head, that leads the way you speak or the way your mouth heals or what comes out of your mouth. So a head wrap is normally associated with your husband or being married, or it's a representation of honoring your head. So could they get that from this? Definitely because of the spirit. So the spirit would still have you understanding a head wrap is a scarf of fabric mainly used to cover your head when the word is coming out. Women cover their hair, but men can also wear a mitri. So then it's like women's, oh yeah, because I had to put another women's apparel, kind of, but the both of these words can be used to explain it for men. So men wrap a mitri around their head. So it's a lot deeper than this as well. But the head wrap is a representation of what you are, what is in you, and how you reveal what leads you or what is leading in your house, what leads to your door, what leads to the understanding within you, and what leads to how you speak and how you heal. So I just wanted to go into how you can literally do any word that you want to, and it will give you a better understanding of the Hebraic way of understanding every single thing. So let me go back to our all right. So that is off of the letter Ka. All praises to sister or brother Kanaik. All praises be to the Most High for brother Enoch. Debunk him or not, I do not have a problem with him ever. Especially when you go into the Hebrew understanding of what he is saying. Okay, next word is Mariam. Our next letter is Mariam. So the Hebrew letter for M is Ma. Ma means water, sea, or mother. So I love this letter. I love writing it. It looks like a W, but like this part has to be the longest. And then you go up, down, up just a little bit, and you hook it like a J. And that is the Hebrew letter Ma. So I use the word Mahrayim, which is how you spell Miriam phonetically, who is Moses' sister. So Miriam is the waters that reveal the waters that know the head knows who she is. So Miriam is literally like a sister that is so humble and meek, but they have this negative or try to have a negative connotation by her, but it's not necessary. They have the word mahmin, so waters that lead to revealing the waters that have the knowledge of the sea. Shalom. The most definite high or believer. So mahmin means believer, literally. Like we break it down anyway because it's better for our spirits like that. But it explains to you what a believer is. So a believer is somebody that is moved by the waters that lead to revealing the waters that have the knowledge of the seed. So like to believe in what the prophet is the knowledge of the seed. um, so to be moved is the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, and that leads to revealing the waters that are within you. So the waters of the Spirit move the waters that are within you is a believer. Okay, so then we have. Oh wait, hold on. I know. Okay, y'all said y'all wanted it to be sent to you, but I got just some water drops right here. Represents water, waves, splashes, whatever water. Women, their water breaks. Once your water breaks, you pretty much become a mother. Now, before your water breaks, you're not really a mother yet, right? Unless you have children already. But from a virgin standpoint, um, the mother is something that you become once your water is broken. So while you're a pregnant woman, but you're a pregnant woman, but um, you become a mother when your water is broken. Okay. All right, and I know she'll come back in. She be having phone issues. Okay. All right. Then we have the N. So the N is the Nun or Na, the Hebrew letter N is Na. Na means seed or sprout. So we kind of went over this already. And it is represented by a letter kind of like a V, but if you just take this longer line down, up, and then hook it, that is the Na. So the Nun are seeds that sprout or the seed of seeds or the sprout of sprouts, however way, or to sprout with the sprouting. Then we have Nehemiah, which is the name of a prophet, Nehemiah, but his name would be spelled Nehemiah, which means he reveals the waters that know the leader, or the spirit of revelation shows that he knows the father or the leader or the Abba. So that's represented by just some seeds over here. Um, so let's see. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm just gonna erase this. Hopefully, you're able to pause it or come back to it. It will still be there. Um, so Nehemiah, Nehemiah. I don't know how to spell that. Nehemiah. Nehemiah. There we go. Okay, Nehemiah. So he has a na, a ha, a na, which is seed, which is ha, which is to reveal, which is ha, which is to reveal, which is ha, which is to reveal, ma, which is waters or sea, which is knowledge, a, which is or lead, and then aha, which is to reveal, or which is ha, which is to reveal. So Nehemiah is literally filled with so much breath, because he literally has one, two, three. Give me 1 second. Okay. So ha, ma, I, and ha. So Nehemiah literally has at least four revelations within his name. So he would be the seed that reveals the revealing of the revealing waters that know the leader that reveals. So to tell you or to warn you that God is coming, or that the revelation of his name is upon you. So Nehemiah is a very smooth breather, um, a very deep thinker as well. All praise to the Most High God. Okay, so we will 1 second. Okay, I didn't even. Okay, so I thought I had it up there. I'll leave this up there. So this is Nehemiah. Na is a seed of revelation that reveals the revealing waters that know the leader who reveals. So he has the one, two, three, four different revelations within his one name. If somebody wanted to name their child Ha, literally ha ha ha, like literally, it would be revealing, revealing, revealing. Not like ha ha ha, that was so funny, but revealing, revealing, revealing. So he has four of those in his name. So I'll leave that up for a little bit longer. Okay. So, okay. So I move on. Our next letter is Ya. Okay. So the Ya is represented as a like almost like a Z, and then just a little line coming out of it. So it's kind of like the heart valve inside of your body, and your mind can hear that better. So the Hebrew letter Y is Ya. Ya means arm and strength. So we have a little brown arm here, representation of the arms that are connected to our heart. So we have Yahweh, which is the name of God, the deliverer with strength. This is supposed to say two, but nope, I think that's good. The deliverer. So it's like when your mom is about to hit you, and it's not her about to do it, it's the deliverance of that hit. So the deliver with strength a certain amount, which is the delivering of something the delivering of the strength of something within a certain amount, which is probably a lot more than I needed to say, that reveals what holds your breath. So let me see how I can. So to deliver with strength a certain amount that reveals what holds your breath. So with this name, he delivers his righteousness. So Yahweh is to deliver or the deliverer of the breath that reveals how we are held together or how we are held within him. So he sends many prophets in his name of Yahweh. Thus we have Yahweh Shai, and a lot of people have a problem there, but Yahweh Shai is the Most High within his Son. So his Son is the body, and then the Most High is within him. So his blood is regenerating um, at such a speed that it stays new. Anything new is in the Most High God. Then I have Yahadite. So this is my name. I go by Yahadat. I don't have this I in there currently, but Yahadat is the deliverance of the knowledge of the power of Yahweh within a woman again. So that Yah, which is that strength or to deliver the revelation of the doors or the way or the entrance into the knowing of the sign from God or the heavens of God, which is more feminine because this is wisdom. And the spirit should move you to know that. Once you go upon it, you will definitely know why. So the Hebrew letter K is Ka, which is palm or source or power or life. The color, laying hands or palms that teach. Shalom. Okay. Okay, so color, laying hands or palms that teach your gift, your system, the power in you to fulfill his will. Kawa is the source of keeping it settled. The Hebrew letter K is Ka, which is palm or source or power or life. So the palm, I put the palm of the hand, but I also put an actual palm, like a palm leaf, because that represents healing, it represents gifts, represents the power or the source of life. So a kawa is the source of keeping it settled. So to be able to calm it down. So this letter is a backward C and then a V, like a almost like a V in the middle. All right, so Shamayim. So this our Hebrew letter Shah is represented by like almost like a W. Um, so Shemayim, the heavens, waters that deliver the waters or heavens. We also have Shabbat. So heavens, home placed or to store in heaven or to rest. So the Hebrew letter Shah or Sh is Shah. Shah means built or made. Also teeth or eat or consume. So when something's built or made, it's kind of like a radio. It is built how it's going to be built to do what it can do. You also have Legos. Um, mm, uh-oh. You also have Legos, like building a house, but consuming would also be like a mouth. So the heavens, waters that deliver the waters, heavens, Shabbat, heavens are the home place. So heaven is our home place, and we are all stored in heaven as well. Okay, so our next letter is Z. So Z is Za, which Za is weapon and tool. So we have a gardening tool here because that is safe, that is kind, and that is necessary for them to till the garden in order to complete the Most High's will be done. So Zayin, which is the weapon or tool of delivering knowledge of the seed or you. Then we have Zaz. So this is the weapon of weapons. So how to use that weapon or what to do with that weapon. And that is a Z. So it's kind of like up and down. No. Okay. So the Hebrew letter T is Ta. Ta means storage. So if you have a pen, you can draw a circle and a X in the middle. So tat is storage. Tamar, which is waters in your head or what you keep in your eye or knowledge. So ta is storage, ma is waters or the spirit or Rarakakwadash, and ra is head. So waters in your head, which we do have waters in our head, but how do you use those to live for the Most High God? All right. Then we have, oh wait, yeah. Then we have our sa. So the Hebrew letter S is sa. Sa means to support or protect. So we have a shield here, but it's more represented by a um, like a fence. So this is supposed to represent a fence or like a barbed wire or something that can hold something up in order to support it. So like a gardening tool. We have a word san, so supporting the child of Halachaim. And Halachaim is Elohim in Hebrew or God. So sa once again is to support or protect the child of God. So san. Then you have Sarah, supporting the head's breath slash what he says. So supporting the head's breath or what he has said. Sarah obviously is Abraham's wife, but she also gets her name. So Sarah goes from Sarai to Sarah, but probably is just added to her name because the Most High doesn't take things away from his righteousness. So we have Sarah, which is somebody that will support the head's way of breathing or what he says. Okay, so the Hebrew letter Taza is Tazah. Taza means righteous or fish hook. So we got like a little fish hook represented over here. And you draw this with a line going down and then like a mini Z on the side. So we have Tazawan, which is to catch what's placed in you or to keep the commandments. Then we have a Tazapa or Tazap, which is to catch on to what someone said, to have Shemayim love you. So when you understand what the Hebrew is saying, you are Tazap. So you're catching on to what someone said. And when you get understanding, you have love from heaven. So Tazavan. Then we have the Hebrew letter R. So Hebrew letter R is Ra. Ra is the head. So we have a sister with her head covered. We have a brother with his head. We also have a sister showing her Ra. So a lot of times the Ra was represented by, it's supposed to be like a man with his head turned to the side. So the sister over here is in her Ra. She's showing what her Ra is. So we have Rahawaban, which is the name of the first tribe of the 12. They have the firstborn. So Rahawaban is how you say Reuben. So that's Reuben's name, which means the head that revealed who holds down the house. So Rahawaban is your firstborn. So obviously you would know his father within him. And they have Rai, which means head is. So that is our Hebrew letter R. Then we have a Kwa. So Kwa means get up or commanded to get up. So or to set the well actually it's to get up. So Kwadash is a tongue, so we're gonna go to rest. We will Shabbat. So Kwadash is the tongue or releasing the opening of your teeth. And then Kwam is releasing the waters, raising the waters. So you have a like a sunrise. It's supposedly it's supposed to be a sunset, but the way that it's like rising up on this little line is more so representing a rising. So I also have a sun over here with his rays upon the Lord, and he is being commanded to qua. All right, so the Hebrew letter P is pa. Pa means mouth. So we have the tongue, teeth, lips, all of that. Palal, which is the name of a prophet, Peter. Prayer, the mouth that reads or blessed. Then you have Pachawal, which is also the name of the prophet, Paul. He has the mouth that reveals what helps the teacher. So he is in apostleship, but also deeply in discipleship. So you have the Hebrew letter Pa is kind of like a uh um it's like a letter J but not. Then we have an ayin, which is the Hebrew letter I. The Hebrew letter I is I. I means I knowledge or seek. So that's a circle because it's supposed to look like an eye, literally. Um, so ayin, which is how you say I, is knowing the strength in you, what you can do, or what the seed is in you. They have ikbad, which is knowing the wisdom within the door to the house, or to have the favor of God. Ikbad. Then we have our last letter, Tha. So that for this part, Hebrew letter Ta is Ta. Ta means signed or marked. Ta, the water. Thank you, signed, sealed, and delivered, revealed. Thigh, marked knowing of what carries your breath. So Tawada is to be thankful, to be signed, to be sealed and delivered. So when we say thank you, we are acknowledging that we know what we have is from the Most High God. We have the word thigh, which is like taig. It's like looking like thigh, but it's taig. Marked knowing of what carries your breath. So the marked knowing of what carries your breath kind of is like a thigh. So when somebody's been thigh, they've been carried for Yahweh. So that is what that means. So I think that is my last slide here. It is. That is my last slide. So I this is obviously represented by like a check mark, like green. You get the green light. You can go. Um, but we're also representing it with a tha. So it's not much. It's not a cross, and it's not an X, but it's like a very long line, and then a line through it. So you do the first line, and then the Most High does the second, or He has done the first line, and then you do the second one. So this will be up on um, this will be up for everybody to view. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And if you guys need to go back or pause or meditate, or if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. Thank you, thank you, thank you.